Technology. It's always on, always informing, changing the way we work and even the way we learn. But is it improving the way we learn? To answer that, we might need to rewind. How far? Oh, about 150,000 years. Ah, the dawn of humanity. You know, that chunk of time before the internet? Hard to imagine, I know. So, ever since we learned to, well, learn, doing it effectively was vital to our survival. And from hands-on trial and error, experimental testing, learning from each other to elder-driven mentoring, it was a lifelong exploration of what worked and what didn't. This kind of effective learning, training, whatever you want to call it, endured until about 200 years ago. What happened 200 years ago? The blackboard, created in the name of efficiency. Because if you can blow up a lesson, more people can see it. And if more people can see it, more people can learn it. Less time, more efficiency. Sounds good, right? Well, not always. Sadly, with the advent of this newfangled technology, quality learning slowly devolved into the quantity of mass transmission. First via the blackboard, then the whiteboard, and now through the ever-so-famous, all-too-tedious PowerPoint. As business professionals, we've all had that painful experience. 200 years in the wrong direction, away from social learning, away from skilled mentoring, away from hands-on, personalized training delivered at the right time, in the right way, that stood the test of time for generations of learners. It's time to reverse this direction, to revisit all that good stuff while appropriately harnessing the technology that's always on, always informing, that can now enable us to architect efficient and effective learning journeys. And that's where 3GS comes in. Since 2008, 3GS has focused on leveraging technology to develop and deliver these highly effective learning experiences. And it starts with a fundamental re-imaging of how to truly transform training with technology and not just use it. Now, we have to let go of the notion that effective training can only occur at a physical location at a scheduled time. That's why 3GS has developed a new approach and methodology for rethinking training and architecting highly effective blended and continuous technology-enabled learning programs. Inspired by techniques from the broadcast media while embracing the traditional values of learning, the 3GS methodology enables the architecture, development, and delivery of training for today's learner in today's world. We need to abandon using technology to simply transmit information from so-called experts to so-called learners. We need to get back to the true roots of effective learning and become the architects of technology-enabled learning journeys. We need to reverse the direction of 200 years with 3GS, continuous and blended learning solutions for today's business professional.